halo. Halo, halo, słychać mnie? Dobrze. O, i grę też znalazło, wspaniale. Kotek też już siada. Co to? Nie, to nie jedzenie dla ciebie. Dobra. A to zobaczymy, czy dialog UI jakoś sobie radzi. Czekaj, to nie wyjdzie. A nie, dobrze, siedzi. Okej, czyli trzeba wracać. Dobra, zróbmy face diving. Może nie. Wracamy do siebie. To aż karesz, idziemy do pająków. Żałuję, że cię znałam. Żałuję, że kochałam. Skała. No tak, to jest zrobione, więc teraz 8 walimy. No tak.
Watch your step.
Zły wybór miej. Dive boots collected. Kurde, nie wiem butów. Niedobrze. Bym się utopił. I co wtedy?
Watch your step.
Kurde.
Watch your step.
Po co nie mówię, są te butle? Do oddychania. Dla ciebie to jakieś nowe wymagania. To w co mi chodziło? Chyba ta. Całkiem sam. Nie chcę z nim walczyć. Czy mi się uda? Chyba udało się.
Look at, I got a stack of the deodorant and wipes over there because
Look at that.
sometimes I get so nervous. Like right now, I
Yeah.
could use one.
There you go.
Tell
Oh.
me, tell me.
No, it's like, tell me. But also, as someone who has trouble telling people, okay? Like, I will see something in a friend's tooth and I'll be like, I'll wait a little too long, but then I will see. And that's gross.
You get there
Yeah, I think back in the day I wouldn't, and now I'm like, do unto others.
because you don't want that karma.
Yeah, no. Yes.
Like walking out of a bathroom with toilet paper on your shoe, terrible.
Oh my God. Or like, I'm trying to think of like something someone told me. I can't remember the last time someone said something to me and they were like, you have to fix this.
Lipstick.
Oh, my
on your
car.
teeth?
My car's disgusting.
Oh,
Like, it's disgusting.
are you just
Everything's
trash?
fine,
Ooh.
Yeah.
but it's kind of like, I think when you stop taking care of something, you kind of get used to it.
Yeah.
One of my best friends told me the craziest thing ever where he dropped a bunch of chips on the ground in his studio apartment. And I think it was chips or granola. And he was like so busy that day. No. He was so busy that day that he was like, I'll clean it later. Because he's like, the difference between it being here now and me walking around with it being there is just my time.
Oh my God.
And I was like, I do think like being behind closed doors, we can let a lot of things go.
Yeah.
And I think the state of my car, I wasn't driving people for a while. And then my best friend got in there and was like, this is disgusting.
Was this Chance?
Yes.
I just knew it would be coming.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I knew
It's Chance
it.
and my other bestie. Both of them were like, you have to. do something about this.
I have a lot of food wrappers in my car, and then when
Good.
someone has to get in, I'm just like throwing everything in the back
Me
seat,
too.
tucking it under the sun visor. I'm like, don't
Yeah.
smell,
To
don't smell.
zapraszam.
To me, it's like less food. It's like just shit. I don't know. I'm like not eating a lot in there, but there's so much stuff.
You gotta have extra shoes, extra clothes. Like you never know
Yes.
what you could encounter. You never know when you could poop your pants.
Literally, you
never
don't
know.
God, I feel bad for OP's partner and OP.
I know. Luckily, like this seems like not the worst situation, right? Like
Yeah.
you're a good person. Sounds like you have a good partner who's just going through it. You're supporting them in an amazing way, and hopefully you can get over the ick.
Yeah.
Hopefully she, is on the mend. But like, you were gone for 10 days, and like she said she didn't shower for 3. Like, at least she did not shower for 10 days. Like, it could have been worse.
Look at the bright side.
It could have been worse. Like, sometimes like you need a little like she's been on her own in a tough time. Like,
Yeah.
that's when I had spiraled too. So
I think it's a good point too that when the partner was like, when OP was like, you should are you gonna shower? That this person did,
yeah,
because
yeah.
they could have just been like, no. Then it would have been really hard, really hard.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is good, and it's like, hey, going's getting tough, but you didn't get going, so
To jest good.
Guys, that was cool.
like you gotta be in it.
That was
you
sick
know,
as hell.
for the good times and the vagina cheese
And the stinky times. Yeah.
You know,
And like, you still made her ramen? Come on. Sweet.
that sounds so good right
That
now.
sounds so good.
Are you ready for your 8th meal of the day? Like a little Silver Lake ramen.
I love Silver Lake ramen.
Sounds so good.
It's lately been my drunk food of choice. Is and I do this a lot. I tell people this on the internet too. I order food before I get home.
so smart.
I'm at the bar,
You meet it at the door.
and I did it recently where I ordered so much ramen to my apartment.
You're
and
a thinker.
I completely forgot. Had another round, hung out with the birthday girl, said goodbye, went home, and I went, oh, look at this.
That's like the best present to get home to.
Yeah.
Luckily, no one took it.
Yeah. No, I'm so grateful I didn't get taken down. That
I
would
love
suck.
that.
I would have noticed, honestly.
Okay, well, we're moving along from this one. OP has since deleted their account even. I don't think we're going to get any updates. And not OP, but the person, if this is about you, just recognize you have a really good partner and you'll get through it.
And like, this is human.
So
It's
human.
so human.
So human. Okay, welcome back, all my friends that skipped. Okay, let's get back to the
Good job.
to this.
Good listening.
I know. This is coming from the Two Hot Takes subreddit as well. This next one. It is titled, "My mother-in-law landscaped our entire garden while dog sitting for a week.
What the
What
fuck?
do I do?"
Say thank you. No. Wait, I should hear this.
You'll be fair. I
Yeah,
know you.
yeah.
My husband, 35 male, and I, 29 female, went on holiday for a week and just got back tonight. My in-laws stayed at our house and looked after our dog for us while we were away. We got back tonight to find that mother-in-law has completely changed our garden without our consent while we've been gone. We have a smallish paved garden with some raised flower beds, a couple of trees, and some nice flowers and bushes. Most were left by previous owners, and we cared for them the best we can. Weeded, laid wood chips, and kept the garden tidy. While we've been away, an entire tree on the right-hand side has been removed and is now just a stump,
An entire tree.
with new shrubs and flowers planted in its place. My roses, which I enjoyed caring for, have been cut to a stump with nothing left. The trellis completely bare. The 2 other trees have been cut back dramatically. All their flowers and buds are gone. The huge flowers on one bush have been cut off, and the garden feels very exposed and barren. The tree that was cut to a stump flowered beautifully in summer and attracted lots of butterflies. And I'm big on biodiversity, so that was sad. And the roses, I'm devastated about, as my uncle was helping me care for them. Various other jobs have been done, like cutting a small patch of grass we have in the back and jet washing the paving slabs, which I'm grateful for. It's important to note nothing like this was discussed before we left. We only asked mother-in-law and father-in-law to care for our dog. Nothing more. Mother-in-law mentioned patching some missing sealant on the window of our shed for us. That was all. I really struggle with anxiety and needing to be in control, and I've been sobbing this evening. I'm devastated. Mother-in-law is asleep, and father-in-law is staying out of it. I'm sleeping downstairs with our dog because I can't stand to be away from her either. It's 3 a.m., but I can't sleep. What do I do? Am I right to be upset? I'm certain their intentions were good, but I feel this is an enormous overstep, and I'm really upset.
Oh, that sucks. Wait, this sounds like so much more than adding. It sounds like a lot more subtracting to her yard. Does that make sense? Like to the OP's yard. Because it's like, it feels like trees were lost, roses were lost. I just heard like a garden was added. But no, so much was gone.
It's like barren. Do you know how expensive trees are too? If it's like a big tree that's taken, like trees also don't grow very fast. Like this could be a 20-year-old tree and just,
oh my God,
gone in the blink of an eye.
And I also feel like I look at trees like I look at buildings, where like it's a part of the building. Where like
I love a tree.
You know what I mean? Like that's not like a rug. That's a tree. Like that's not an accessory. That's like a huge part
That's a
of
living
your space.
thing. And here I'm gonna get all woo-woo on us. Like,
No, do it.
like it's, I don't know. It's been there forever. It's like biodiversity. It's helping the butterflies.
Yes.
Also, like this is a thing on legal advice. Reddit all the time. Like people being like, my neighbor cut down 15 of my trees. What do I do? Tree remediation is a big issue
Really?
in law. Yeah, because you have to pay as much as it costs to replace with that exact tree. So if this is like a 20-year-old tree, I don't know. If anyone's ever been to a nursery, old big trees
Are expensive. You're so
Dude,
right.
I went to go get like a bush like a couple months ago.
Went to go buy bush.
A birds of paradise. I don't know. Like, that's a bush. What is
Yeah.
that? I don't know. A
I
plant?
think it's a tree bush.
Yeah, whatever. They have a big olive tree there. $68,000. $68K for a tree. It's like literally a 70-year-old tree though.
Oh, I really feel bad. This is OP's mother-in-law? Or oh my God. My mom has a bad habit of like doing things in the name
Watch
of
your
help
step.
that aren't help, right? Where it's like when you take, because it's something like how I assume to be like,
Watch
say
your
thank
step.
you, is like you assume if someone gave you something, it must be with the good intentions. But there's like a lot of control here. There's like a lot of loss of like, this is OP's space.
Do you think that's where it's coming from? Like a
Yeah.
place of control?
Or OP's mom was just bored. I don't know. My mom will do stuff and be like, you would love this. She's gonna love this. I need to do this. And no matter how much I'm like, I don't want that. And it doesn't get to her. Like, I have a really old, like, dinky little studio apartment, and there's a gate. There's like a white gate, and it's like dirt. But it like, I don't know, it's like in front of this tree, and it's like dirty. But it looks like it's like, I don't know, it just like adds,
It has so much character.
It just looks like, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And my mom's like, we need to make that like white. We need to repaint that. And I was like, I actually think it'll look even worse.
It is. Oh.
Hello there, my Azure can be there. Once it's enabled, you can see it pop up on the screen just here, and you can see all of your cooldowns. Obviously, depending on your class, I'm obviously a hunter. It is going to click the cool be full changeable, so you have the track predictor. It's still going to also depending on your you can see it pop up on the screen just options, and you can enable it just there.
Advanced options. Options. Where? Gameplay. So. Dziękuję. Edit mode. Jakie to mówię?
Once it's enabled, you can see it pop up on the screen just here, and you can see all of your cooldowns. Obviously, depending on your class, I'm obviously a hunter. It is going to have your abilities on the. You also see that other cooldowns will edit mode here. You can see that it's kind of actually changeable, so you have the track pretty nice. So if you go into the edit mode here, you can see that.
Okay. Edit mode. Zobaczymy jak to działa. Trudno stwierdzić.
Watch your step. Watch your step. Watch your step.
Niby nie tak źle. Zobaczymy, że tak będzie lepiej.
It is changeable, so you have the tracked buffs. As you can see, as a hunter, it's got the
if it's like bright white. Like I and no matter what, she thought she was helping me by like demanding I do that. And I was like, no matter what, I disagree with you. And she just wanted her way. But
Did they get painted? Good.
Watch your step.
Look at you. Good setting that boundary.
yeah, but oh god, this is like without the approval at all. This is when she was gone.
It's so bad. And it's like to be blindsided like this, to have no idea. It's almost, and like I know a lot of you parents out there are going to be like, it's so different. But like when you don't have kids yet and like your yard, your home is like your safe place, it's you know, you're pouring your love into it. It's almost like the videos or like the things where people will babysit their grandkid for a week while mom and dad go on vacation and they come back and the kid has their ears pierced.
Oh, you better not.
It's like, and I know people are gonna be like, she cut down a tree, it's so different, but it's like, it's just the same. It's the lack of respect, the lack of consideration. It could have been a simple conversation of like, hey, we think your yard would look better, adding some bushes and things like that. What are your thoughts?
Yeah.
Give
This
people a
is-
choice.
Yeah, this is their property. It's just
Watch
a
your
control
step.
thing.
Oh my god, I saw this other video that was terrible too. My TikTok algorithm has been torturing me lately. So this girl was like, first vacation my grandparents have gone on in 30 years. We're redoing their bathroom. And they had this beautiful bathroom, like really nice vintage tile. They had grab bars to help them by the toilet and the shower. So clearly needing, you know, those assistive
Yes.
devices to be steady.
Did they take those away?
Ripped out the whole bathroom, replaced it with the most boring ass millennial gray.
Watch your
It's
step.
disgusting. It's the most disgusting bathroom. It's like if I
Watch your
left
step.
and came home and
Watch your step.
my space was
My
changed,
space. Yeah.
I'd be bawling.
Once someone took care of my
Watch your
dog
step.
and they did Reiki on him,
What?
which is hilarious. But I was like, that's pretty unusual.
Did your dog change after the healing
No,
hands?
he just smelled like lavender. But I do love believe in it. But it was one of those things where I was like, that's my child.
You should ask.
gotta ask if we douse him in lavender and put good vibes on him.
Oh,
Even
well,
those things are good. That's the thing is,
That's the good.
OP's mom wanted to do good.
but honestly, what if your dog reacted bad to the Reiki and it like caused some like paranormal demon to come out?
What if?
Like, you
What if
should at
that
least have
tree
that choice.
was like a fundamental source of shade that she needed?
AC bill's gonna go up. I know.
And it sounds like OP was like doing something in the garden with their uncle. Yeah, you never know when someone's property means something. Like, you just shouldn't mess with that stuff.
No. Mm-mm. Top comment. This is insane.
Watch your step.
OP, I'm not sure what the right thing to do in this situation would be, but I'd be having a serious sit down with both my husband and mother-in-law. Why did she think it was okay to cut your things down to stumps? Why did she do it only when you were gone on vacation?
That's
Why
deep.
did she replant things when things were already grown and seemingly matured in the garden? OP responds, thank you for the validation, and yes, need to have a sit-down talk for sure.
Yeah. Just
Fair
a big old boundaries talk. Time for big old boundaries.
OP does respond to a few other comments here. Someone goes, who
Watch
has the
your step.
audacity to do this? Did your husband know what was happening? OP goes, he had no idea. He was as blindsided as I was. I can't quite believe it. They're very caring people, so I know this wasn't done maliciously, but it's crazy to me.
It's kind of like, not malicious, but ignorant, where it's like you didn't really think of someone's...
I don't agree. I'm like, how was that not malicious? You cut down my tree.
Oh my god, I think OP's mother didn't think they were doing anything malicious. I agree with you, it's malicious. But I don't think this person went out about doing that.
What if she's like, this is where I'm just going off the rails.
Oh my god.
What if she's like a covert narcissist and tries to look really good on the outside, but this was her chance to strike and just like,
Okay, and that's so fair.
I'm just like, I'm
Watch
trying to
your step.
rationalize this in my head, and I'm just so mystified.
I know. I also feel like this always happens with parents and kids just because of the taste gap, where there's just such different
Watch your
tastes.
step.
Ooh,
I know,
that's a new
I
one, the
kinda said that.
taste
Yeah,
gap.
the taste gap. I kind of made that up. But like, my mom will think she's doing something nice for me, and I think it's so ugly. And it's just difference in tastes.
I know. My mom does that all the time, and I'm like, you shouldn't have bought that without talking to me. And then she cries, and she's like, I was doing something nice. And I'm like, yeah, but you spent like your hard-earned money on it, and it's like, we could have picked it out together and had that experience.
I wish
Watch
nice
your
to you
step.
was also nice to me.
That's the thing, like, I need to work on this, where I'm like, I'm more accepting and gracious when receiving gifts that are surprises.
You want to be better at it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm too good at it. Because then I'm never going to have a thoughtful conversation that's actually going to lead to my mom ever buying me a gift all life. I am always
So
going to
maybe
take...
we could give each other like little boot camps.
I'm always going to gladly take the bag
Watch
full of
your step.
TJ Maxx stuff.
Wait, why is mine that way too?
It's always.
like
it's
really,
always.
and it's just like stuff that I'm like,
Thanks.
I love TJ, but
And
like,
I'm never going to go, this? I just go like, thanks, and then it just keeps happening. So
I'm so bad. I literally ask her, I'm like,
Watch your
do you
step.
still have the receipt? And she's like, you're never appreciative, and I'm like, I'm sorry.
Meanwhile, I have a bag of bras under my bed that I know right now all still have the tags on that my mom gave me like 2 years ago. What a waste. Both are bad.
Watch
Both
your
babies are
step.
I
bad.
know. Where's the middle ground here?
It's like,
Where do we go?
Watch
it's like,
your
oh my god,
step.
thank you. And it's 2 days later going, do you have the receipt for those? I think they're in the wrong size.
You just gotta go back to the store and take them back right away, even if it's a gift card. Who cares?
Just be like,
So there is this other comment. Someone goes, oh yes, I
Watch
know the
your
pain.
step.
Mine watched my 11th month old while I was giving birth to his little sister. She gave him milk and peanut butter for the first time without asking. But she did clean my house. This was after a time she switched my kitchen around on me when she was staying with us. It's all because they know best. But in reality, it's an insane overstep of boundaries, and almost like they are marking their territory. We don't talk anymore, and it's sad it came to that.
because they can't. Okay.
What if you would have had like
Yep, no, you're right.
anaphylactic? I'm something about me. I catastrophize everything.
Okay, and I always, yeah, this is good. We're good here.
Yeah. I'm the glass half empty. You're the glass half full.
No. Sometimes I'm like the glasses in here.
I'm sorry. Go on.
I think it's this power dynamic that we grew up with, which is, oh, I'm a kid, I don't know anything, you know everything. And then at some point it shifts, and I know more than my mom. And that's just the way it is. But in her mind, it'll never be that way.
Isn't that a weird transition when all of a sudden you wake up one day and you feel like you're parenting your parents? And is that because, like, what is that? Is that just us?
I just think it's like growing up, and it sucks because other dynamics are like always the same.
Yeah.
Like me and my friends are, one of us is this way, one of us is this way. We don't like change a lot.
the
Versus with your,
Dark
when you grow
Souls.
up, like they knew us when we had no abilities whatsoever. So then when my mom's like teaching me how to drive, I'm like, I know how to drive because you haven't been here when I'm always driving, but you were there when I was never driving.
Yeah.
So you think I don't drive. I'm going off. My mom will tell my dad, like, we'll be like pulling up to the house and she's like, on your left. And we're like, thanks,
She's lived there for how many years?
bro.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I was in the car with Justin's mom, and she listens. Hi, Chris. And she was gonna drive us to the airport, and his stepdad ended up driving us, her husband, and the whole time she's like, slow down,
Yeah.
speed up.
I'm sorry.
And I'm like, just drive.
Yeah. And goes, brake lights. There's brake lights up there. Oh my God, thanks you so much for telling me. Thank God you said something.
As someone that has car anxiety, I literally want to open my door and throw myself out of the car. I'm like, please stop. Oh man, it's okay, Chris. I'll give you a Xanax the next time I have to go in the car with you. So OP responds to that, the peanut butter territory comment. I'm so sorry that happened. Yes, that's how it feels sometimes. I could never do it to someone else, so it's hard to rationalize. And when it goes hand in hand with doing something actually thoughtful and nice, like changing our bed and doing our washing, which she also did, I feel like it's harder to stand your ground on the thing that upset you.
Not well said.
Thing is, though, I would rather do my own laundry if it meant you didn't cut down my tree.
Yep.
So it's like, I'm like, just come over. Like, my mom does this with my brother and sister-in-law. My mom will, like, just, like, do all their laundry and do all this stuff. And, like, I think they appreciate it.
Yeah.
But I don't think my mom is, like, cutting down their trees. But, like, I know I'm sure there's something she does where she, like, moves their can opener and, like, it just drives them nuts. Like,
That's like the difference between like acts of service and gifts, right? Like, I feel like this mother thinks these are gifts. These like new bushes she added. Like this isn't, you're not doing my
Shit, no,
dishes.
that's just
You're
good for the
changing my yard. That's not like a chore.
you know what? We get an update.
Okay.
Oh,
We get an update.
Oh my God.
Thank you to everyone who left comments on my original post. It was really helpful to see acknowledging that this was an overstep and suggesting that my husband lead the conversation, which crucial.
Good move. Good move on Reddit. Good move on commenters. Good move on OP.
Let's go.
Yeah.
To answer some questions, I think the tree was a buddleia, which I think is usually a bush, but it was quite mature and had a trunk about 8 inches wide and was around 2 to 3 meters tall and very much looked like a tree.
Okay, so that's so good.
Also, like, 3 meters, 2 to 3 meters, 3 meters is like 16 feet.
Whoa.
Also, it's like the prettiest thing I've ever seen. It looks like a ginormous lilac tree.
Oh my God.
It's beautiful.
It's like you Googled pretty tree and you showed that to me. No.
That even hurts more. Sorry if I gave the impression it was like a huge tree that required a tree surgeon, but it wasn't a tiny bush either. It was still a task to chop it down. And they didn't hire anyone. They did it themselves. Thank you for all the suggestions about tree law. I've learned something new. Thank you to all that said the roses might be salvageable. They are literally a stump only 3 inches tall, but I'll try the blood and bone mixture to promote growth and try to bring them back. Mother-in-law has done things like this before, but not to this extreme. She gets bored and one thing leads to another, and you can tell part of her knows she's gone too far, but she tries to justify it anyways. It's well known in the family that mother-in-law can't sit still and finds jobs to do to be helpful, but to my knowledge, she hasn't done anything this big before. Now for the update. In the morning, my husband spoke to mother-in-law alone and laid out how this was really inappropriate for her to make changes to our garden without permission or even notification. He said she offered some explanations as to why she did it, but did acknowledge it wasn't right to go ahead and cut down trees without asking.
Watch your
He
step.
posed the question many of you suggested of how she would feel if we looked after her home and repainted a room, or chopped down a tree in her garden, or removed a fence. I think that made her realize. He asked her to speak to me directly and apologize, as I said to him I needed an apology for her to acknowledge that what she did was wrong. Later, mother-in-law spoke to me privately and said she was sorry I was so upset by the garden. And I said thank you.
Oh, I hate those
control.
apologies. I'm sorry you're so upset.
Her explanation for the tree is that she was doing some pruning, and when she trimmed the branches, they were black inside. They went to a garden center and got advice and were told it was this kind of bug infestation. Mother-in-law is adamant she was being bitten by whatever bug it is as well. I don't know. The tree was green and healthy looking to me. Anyway, at no point did they speak to us despite going through all this trouble, and then they decided to just chop it down since it was infested.
They went to a garden specialist before texting?
Literally.
That would take me so long to find a garden specialist
to drive.
and be like, can you diagnose this tree for me? That's so much work than being like, hey, when you get home, you have to deal with this.
Just stop. Wow. That sounds terrible, dealing with a bug-infested tree that keeps biting you.
Oh, I'd go inside. I'd be like,
Bye.
you guys have to handle that.
Bye, and then going to a garden center and talking to a stranger? Hard.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, at no point did they speak to us despite going through all this
Watch your
trouble,
step.
and then they decided to just chop it down since it was infested. She did at least say the words, I should have known we should have called you or asked. Then I said, and the roses? I loved those, and my uncle was helping me keeping them going. And she said the dog had been chewing on them. Bear in mind, these are in a raised bed. She'd have to jump up to get to, and apparently she yelped and hurt herself on the thorns. So obviously the logical conclusion isn't to keep an eye on the puppy, a 4-month-old lab, but to chop down the flowering roses.
He's chomping the... Okay. I don't know if I buy it.
I don't believe that one bit. That was the end of that discussion, but later in the day, she and father-in-law went to a garden center to try to replace both Budleia and the roses,
Let's go.
but couldn't find the right kind. They have said that if we find the plants we want, they will buy them for us so we can replace them. Things are civil again. I'm still hurt, and I hate how my garden looks, especially since other trees and flowering bushes were cut so far back, all the color is gone. It feels very exposed and like a new build / showroom garden before any character is added. But I can't make the plants regrow, and replanting the tree would mean removing the stump they left. So I CBA.
Watch your step.
So I can't be a bother.
I'm
So
serious.
I can't
Jak głupie skróty.
CBA?
be annoyed.
Can't be arsed.
Can't be arsed.
British.
I mean, what's really metaphorical here is all things grow. And all things come new. You know what I mean? Growth is here.
OP goes on to say, personally, I will never allow mother-in-law and father-in-law to be alone in my house again.
Yes.
And they will not be asked to look after our dog unless it's at their own home.
Co to za
I
git?
do have a generally good relationship with both of them, and they are generous and kind people, but this lack of respecting boundaries has been an ongoing issue, especially
Jeba
since we got
says.
our house, which they did a huge amount of work on with us, and for which I'm extremely grateful. I do, however, feel this contributes to how they view the house and garden as a project and not as our home, despite the fact we have lived in it now for 2 years. And it might be why they thought it was no big deal to go around messing with our garden. My husband has been on my side throughout this and took us all, me, him, and the dog, out for a Sunday roast today to cheer us up. He's upset with his parents as well and has done his best to make me feel better and validate my feelings. He's the best.
Okay. I'm glad they have boundaries, though. Like, you can't be over here.
Oh,
We don't want a new roof or something.
no.
Like, yeah, good on them. Healthy communication. That sucks, though.
It really does. Really does. But at least, like, I'm torn because, like, I know I hold like unhealthy grudges, but I do appreciate the fact that they're like, oh yeah, we got it, we messed up.
The apology would have made me upset. You said you hold grudges. I hold grudges when people do shit like that.
I know.
If she just messed my garden up, I think I would, and she took full responsibility, I think I would have been able to move on. But her being like, I'm sorry you were upset, that would have made me very mad. But at least it sounds like they're doing the right thing and offering to buy whatever's been misplaced.
I'd go buy the biggest one. I'd make sure it was so ginormous.
Like, we'll Venmo you. We'll Venmo request for all the trees we're buying.
That's all she wrote on that update, though. I don't see anything else from OP, so if we want further updates, we will have to keep our eyes peeled, but happy-ish ending. I mean, they're at least gonna make amends.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, moving along. I'm gonna give you a choice on this next one.
Crowd control.
We have two kind of wedding ones, okay?
Hell yeah.
Option 1. Wife says I need to get over it, but I can't stop obsessing over a prank that ruined my wedding experience and left me furious.
Okay, that sounds like every day at Smosh, so maybe the next one. No kidding.
Or, am I the asshole for kicking my best friend out of my wedding because she confessed feelings for me the night before?
That one.
Just like that.
Yep.
I, 29 male, got married last weekend. It was supposed to be the happiest day of my life. I've been with my now wife, 27 female, for 5 years. And we've had our ups and downs, but we're solid. She's my person. My best friend, Liv, 28 female, has been in my life since we were both 14. We were inseparable for years. People always assumed we dated, but we never did. There was one drunken kiss in college, but we laughed it off and never went there again. Or so I thought. Liv was my best woman. She planned half the bachelor weekend, helped coordinate the music, even picked out the whiskey for the bar. She and my wife had a civil relationship, not besties, but respectful. The night before the wedding, Liv asked if she could talk privately. I thought it was something about the ceremony or nerves. Instead, she told me, out of nowhere, that she's been in love with me since we were teenagers.
Oh, not the night before!
And, quote, can't watch me marry someone else without at least telling me.
Oh, not the night before.
I was stunned. I didn't say much. She cried, apologized, said she didn't want to ruin anything, and left. I spent that whole night tossing and turning, feeling guilty and confused. The next morning, I made a decision. I asked Liv not to come to the wedding. I told her that I loved her as a friend, but that what she had said crossed a line and disrespected my fiance. I didn't want weird energy on our wedding day, and my focus had to be on the woman I was marrying.
Done and done.
Liv left quietly. She hasn't spoken to me since, but a bunch of mutual friends, including some of the groomsmen, think I was way too harsh, and that she was just being honest and getting closure. They said I humiliated her by cutting her out of something she helped build. My wife supports what I did. She didn't ask me to do it, but she said it made her feel protected. She never trusted Liv fully and admitted she's always felt a tension she couldn't name. So now I'm here, married, and wondering, am I the asshole for kicking out my best friend of 15 years the morning of my wedding after she confessed feelings for me?
I'm trying to think in the Julia Roberts, my best friend's wedding, to be. He calls off the wedding. He doesn't say you have to. I should remember. Spoiler alert for an old movie.
Watch your step.
I don't remember how. I know they don't get together. Actually, maybe they. I don't fucking remember. Like they do. No, they don't. They do. They don't. I don't. No matter what, I don't think OP's the asshole if that's what their partner needed. I don't really know where the fiance falls into this, but like, I think you're an asshole if you do this in an asshole way. But I think there is a respectful way that OP could have done this with him not being an asshole. I don't know, like, I think you're allowed to not want that person at your wedding. But you
Oh
can,
my God, yeah.
You can be really tough the way you do it, or you can be nice.
I mean, how would you, like, say Liv was still the best man? Like, oh, he heard this information. I'm in love with you. I've been in love with you for 15 years. I need to tell you before the wedding. You've had 15 years to tell me.
Yeah, don't even get me started on the timing.
You chose the night before my wedding and then expect to stand on the other side of me as I marry my person.
And we
like,
go, thank God we got that out of the way.
like what are you supposed to do with that information? Like, she was telling him in hopes of a runaway groom situation. Like, it is quite literally my best friend's wedding because Julia Roberts tells Michael and
he's like,
Michael
"What?"
still marries Kimmy.
And he's like, you had this whole time. And I get like not being able to say your feelings until literally you absolutely have to. But what's tough about this is it's the eve of the day that this person makes a promise that is, I will now live life with another person in mind.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the point of it all, is being like, well, now I have to think about this other person before me or
Yeah.
as equal to me.
I mean, I don't think there's any way forward but disinviting Liv. Like, you have, like, there's no way, because it's such a disrespectful thing to the fiance, now wife. Like,
Yeah, I don't think it makes you an asshole. I think the way you do it makes you an asshole. And you could, because it's humiliating for her no matter what.
how would you, do you like have a better scenario in mind? Like, how would you have handled it if you were him? Like, you're there.
I think I would have handled it just how he did it. But I just would have been like so caring and respectful of her. And like, but no matter what, she's not going to react that well. But I think I think I would respect her and not tell people, because I think what's adding up in this is that everyone was like, you humiliated her. So like, I wouldn't go around being like, Liv's gone because she's obsessed with me.
Oh, you are so right.
I think I would just be like, let's tell everyone you have COVID. I don't know. I'd be like, I want to make sure this isn't worse than it could be.
I didn't. I did that. Boop, boop, that did not cross my mind.
Because OP's asking if they're an asshole because all of their friends are saying you shouldn't have done that.
Literally.
And what sounds wrong is being like, well, and I get it, this is your best woman, so you have to tell people what went down. But I think you could just find a way to be like, I think the timing of this makes this really tricky for you to be up there with me.
Yes.
Like, I would even be like, you can come to the ceremony. You can't stand up there.
And that's like honestly really gracious. I think you're COVID, or like she's sick, she's got food poisoning, like whatever it is.
Something.
Food poisoning. No one asks questions about food poisoning.
No one ever goes, what'd you eat? Actually, they always do. What am I saying? But like,
Maybe go norovirus, because it's coming out of both ends.
boom. And they're like, oof, don't call her.
Yeah. No, she's busy. She's
And
occupied.
she is. She's crying.
The most horrendous thing I've ever gone through.
But just don't do it in front of people. It goes back to the like,
It goes back to the vagina cheese. Yeah.
and it's like, it's a humiliating thing, but it's human to fall in love, and sometimes with the wrong people. But like,
Yeah.
I just wouldn't do it in a public way and be like, well, and I don't like the way that OP's friends were like, she did all this work into the wedding. I'm like, I don't care. You did all this work under a weird circumstance. If you go back and you go, the context of her picking out my whiskey and her working so hard on this is actually a little deceptive.
Ah! God, you're so on with this one. None of these thoughts have like crossed my mind.
Maybe because I've seen that movie so many times, but I also don't remember how it ends, so.
Maybe in your ideal world, Julia Roberts got the guy.
Yeah.
They rode off into the sunset.
Literally.
I did not even think about that. I do think you're right. He must have 100% told all his buddies, like, Liv said she's in love with me, so she can't come. 100%. Should have lied about that.
Yeah. Or
Don't
just been
come
like, we're not
clean
going to talk
after.
about it. I'll talk to you guys later. Let's focus on me and my partner.
You're so right. You're so right. And I think it's hard because it's like, I know like certain situations and certain life moments can have you realize feelings that you've buried, or you're like,
Sure,
oh, we're
yeah.
friends. Like, I don't want to ruin our friendship. But it's surprising to me you went that long and you got to the age of, what was it, 29 and 28, that like you then finally realized after 15 years, like, Liv, there had to have been a moment along the way, and it did not need to be the night before the wedding. It could have been when they got engaged, and then you're like, oh my God,
Truly.
like you're moving. Oh my God. Okay, he's gonna move on. Okay, wow.
Or like I don't know, somewhere in the where they were like, I don't know, picking out whiskeys. You're like, why am I working so hard on picking out a whiskey for my best friend's wedding? Just say it then, like any other time.
Any other time. Any other time. Wow. So, what's your vote?
Yeah, I don't think you're the asshole. But actually, here's the thing. I can't say if this person's the asshole or not because I didn't hear the way he talked about her. If he talked about her and made a fool of her, I don't know. I think there's a classy way to not be the asshole. But no
That
matter
is
what,
true.
I don't think he did anything wrong.
I'm with you. Copy.
Oh my
Copy
God, I
paste.
gotcha.
Yeah, copy paste right there.
Copy paste.
Top comment does mention that she had the last 15 years to confess and chose that night before your wedding to do so. What the fuck? Well, you lost a friend and gained a wife. Good for you. Not the asshole.
Yeah.
Next comment. Bruh, dead ass. 15 years to confess and decided to confess the night before his biggest day? Damn, definitely not the asshole. You made the best choice. For real. Like, why not after that drunken kiss in college? Selfish and rude. It was harsh, but she wanted you to drop the wedding, the fiance, and run off with her in some romantic dream of hers. She is unstable and needed the blunt reality check. Definitely not the asshole. Your wife now trusts you tenfold. Good job, sir.
Good job, sir.
And I agree. Like, I think that is a big, bold move that, like, it does speak to how much you respect your partner. And, like, I'm gonna be open, honest with you, and I'm going to lay the hammer down and draw a boundary that, like, hey, you're in love with me? You tell me the night before our wedding, my wedding, you can't come. You
Yeah.
can't come.
I think the idea of what I understand marriage to be is like truly a partnership and taking someone's needs very seriously, almost as your own. So I think like him stopping his need to have his best friend there and think about like the general context of what's going on and thinking about his partner is the good move. Marriage material.
100%.
Like, why couldn't you just be like a couple OPs before and just get drunk and hook up at the Bachelorette? I'm kidding. But it's like, you could have picked any other time, girly.
I have,
An update?
No.
Oh. You can't look at me like that and not have an update. What, do you have a thought? You had a big grin.
Pulling in.
You went,
What, do you have a thought?
you went, I have,
I have a story that I wasn't gonna read, but, like, this is our last one then.
okay, great.
Okay. And you guys will see why. There was no update. OP has since deleted the post. OP has
Okay.
since deleted their account. I think was like really coming to just be like, hey, reality check. Okay, not the asshole. Okay, good.
Okay,
Delete,
great.
delete,
I don't
delete,
need any
delete,
more of
delete.
this.
Nothing more.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're gonna get an update based on that. He don't care.
I wish Reddit had like a Snapchat feature. It was like, this disappears in 24 hours. I need input and not like an online campaign. And then it goes away.
That's
But that would be fucking messy.
oh.
We'd see some crazy shit.
Because then, like, I think people would get a little riskier with like libel and slander.
You'd be like, I killed 4 people. This disappears in 4 hours.
Dude, I have like the worst story I think I've ever read on Reddit, and I just don't know if I can read it. And it is kind of that vibe of like this guy was like, yeah, I forced my wife to have a baby, and then like bad stuff happened, and I'm just like, I don't know if I can. I just don't know. It's too dark and heavy, and it's just bad.
And you're like, this isn't a prison diary. It's Reddit. There's like a line here.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, what's the last one?
Vamos.
Okay,
Let's
so
go.
this is coming from our very own Two Hot Takes subreddit, titled, "My husband forgot he was married while on a guy's trip, and now there's a baby involved."
XD.
He forgot. Okay, I'm listening.
So yeah, this is the situation. My 32 female husband, 35 male, went on a week-long bachelor trip with his college buddies last summer.
A week long's too long.
Came home like nothing happened. Agree. Fast forward to last month, and I get a message on Instagram from a woman saying she had a baby girl a few weeks ago and that my husband is the father. He swears it was a drunken one-night stand, that he wasn't thinking, that it was a mistake and didn't mean anything. But this wasn't just a random DM. She sent photos of the baby who looks exactly like him.
Wait, does this correlate with the bachelor party?
No,
So this is way before.
totally different post.
Oh, God.
She also sent screenshots of texts where he admitted he was married, but said they were separated but still living together. We never separated, ever. Now he's acting like I should just forgive him because he came clean. Newsflash, he didn't, she did. And that, quote, everyone makes mistakes. Everybody has those days.
Pronto.
Everybody knows that. I feel like my entire life just imploded, and there's an innocent baby in the middle of all of this who didn't ask for any of it. What even is the best next step here? Lawyer? Therapist? Both?
Both. Add to cart.
Both.
Lawyer, therapist, movers. You know what I mean? Move out.
Probably in that order.
Yeah. Lawyer. I would do therapist. No, I'd do lawyer, therapist at the same time. Yeah. Whoa. Is that it?
That's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote.
Literally.
Oh my gosh.
That makes me like, I would like pull a tooth out rather than go through that. Like
The pictures
with
of the
dental floss.
face, of the baby's face that look like him, that's pretty haunting.
This is actually my biggest fear. This right here.
And I'm
This.
picturing the baby looking like Boss Baby, where it's like don't look up Boss Baby, it's gonna be a waste of your time. But it's his face on a baby, so not Boss Baby at all. But like her fiance's actual face, and then like in a nursery.
Dude, you just want to throw up. You know when they do it on movies sometimes where it's like, I don't remember what movie it is, but like they put the adult face on a baby, like,
Yes.
wah, wah.
Yes.
It's like, that's what I'm envisioning. Like, it's
Yes.
literally him, but
And she's like, hate to send you these DMs, and it's like that.
that is like quite literally the worst hey girly DM you could ever get. It's not hey girly, like he's texting me, hey girly, he cheated on you. Like,
and it's not even, hey girly, I'm selling leggings. Do you want some? Like, hey girly, I have this tea. It's gonna change your life. No, it's the worst kind. It's hey girly, accept this DM because there's images to look at, and those images are your fiance's son.
dude. And that's the thing that like I can't get past, where he's like, oh, I came clean. No. She only is finding out because this girl sent her a message. What if it wouldn't have came through the Instagram DM
What if he said
filters?
it? Yeah.
Like, what if he saw it and deleted it? Like, it's not like he ever would have.
Said anything?
No. And I am curious why. I'm curious why the girl is reaching out, because I don't know. Like, she probably is a good person, and it's just like, he didn't tell me he was married and whatever. But like, I know there are some people out there that if they were getting a check would never say anything. And so she would have gone how long until finding this out? And then they have kids, and then their kids turn 18 and do ancestry DNA or something, and then they
And
find
boom.
out I have a sibling across the world.
And that happens literally every day. But like this, I wonder. Wait, am I making this up? Is OP about to get married?
Husband, 32 female, he's 35. It was on a week-long bachelor trip.
But but they're married now.
I don't think it was his bachelor trip.
Okay, but
I
it's
think it
just
was
a
a
bachelor
buddies.
trip.
Yeah.
But they've been married.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Let me see if OP has any comments. I'm curious if we find out how long they've been married, because
Yeah. I would be like a sleuth and ask for the dates he said they were separated, even though I know we weren't. And I'd go, like, I would just like dig.
we have no comments from OP.
Oh my God.
Pronto.
Yeah. This post is 5 days old.
God.
So it's really fresh. OP, if you're out there listening, I think all of us would like an update.
We would. And I'll do anything you need. I'll take a massive poop on his car.
That's so charitable of you.
Like, sometimes when I hear things like this, I want to do something so petty. I want to do something so... I kind of just, like, want to find him and poke him. Nope. No.
Allegedly, Baloney takes off car paint.
Yes, I heard about this.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. No, I've heard this.
Allegedly.
Yeah. And I heard it, like, messes up the car.
Allegedly, like sugar.
See, that's already too far for me. I would just put him on every email list.
I think I would print off posters and be like, just bombard him in the community. Like, this man can't go to the grocery store without getting known as like a cheater.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You know how you can take out ads on shopping carts? Local grocery store, his face plastered everywhere. I don't care how much it costs.
You can take an ad on a grocery
Oh
cart?
yeah, there's realtors at my grocery store, realtors on the grocery cart.
Wait, we should just take a cute pic and put one on there.
Come watch my podcast.
No, there's nothing. It's just
Oh, just us?
like when people used to have a yearbook picture
Oh, we could inquire.
and just a little post.
People would probably be like, who are these girls?
They'd be like, what movie is this? Yeah, it'd be like some deep marketing campaign. Okay, I would do some awful stuff to this guy. Especially because he was never going to come forward. This guy was never going to say anything.
Nope. Top comment, lawyer now, therapy later. And you had it in the right order. You said lawyer, therapy,
movers, and then vacation.
Yeah. This is the answer. OP's husband said he was separated. She needs to make that happen.
He said it, so.
He proclaimed.
He proclaimed they're separated, so she just needs to get according to the program.
Manifestation. He was manifesting.
He lost a wonderful wife and he gained a son and another lady. Oh,
Yeah. OP's ex can apparently predict the future. He should have said they were divorced, as separated suggests she might even take him back.
love that.
People are, see, this is the stuff I'm talking about. They're so quick.
No, that's like a good commenter.
Someone also has this very important comment. It's got a big yellow box. Also, full STI panel, because he's clearly gone condom free at least once.
Oh my God, she's so. Oh my God, that commenter's so right. Oh yeah, I don't even know if I'm telling him I know yet.
This is crazy.
Because who knows?
No.
Who knows who else? Do you think if someone cheats on you, then you have permission to go in their stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Like, I need to know the depths of this.
Then I'm going in there
Yeah.
and I'm looking at everything.
Yeah. No, because then trust is gone. Trust is gone. You're, in my book, this is done.
Well, I'm like, if that's where we're gonna draw the boundary,
Yeah.
like you could cheat on me, but I can't read your texts.
Oh, no,
Like,
no.
no.
I'm
gonna
going
go in
through
there.
everything because I don't trust you to not lie to me,
Yes.
and we're done.
Yeah, like I want to know who else is out there.
Do you think there's more? What if there's more kids?
I think there's probably more one night stands.
Yeah. So someone responds to the top comment about lawyer now, therapy later, and they go, and the sooner the better. If she files for child support, depending upon where you are, it can affect the division of assets and spousal support. That's some legal shit I just didn't even know about.
That's some legal shit. That's like some when you chop down a tree, you have to pay the tree legal thing you brought up. That's like some stuff you don't think about.
Yeah, tree law is wild.
And so does kid law.
Family court system it's a big
no, that's
thing.
brutal, yeah.
It's a big thing.
Yeah, you never know the timing or what it is. Are you automatically believing this person?
I like to go in with erring on the side of believing until I see
Yeah.
other posts turn it into a porn account.
Yes. Okay. Well said.
Because
well said.
here's the thing, like, maybe this specific post could be fake, but I know someone out there has 100% gone through this.
Yes.
100%.
Well, I don't mean the post. I kind of mean like, you get this DM, and are you
Oh.
like, is this
Oh.
like? And that's where I wish OP like was like, oh yeah, we've had a couple issues, or just like if there's smoke where there's fire, right? Like,
Yeah.
If this has been all good forever and there was no hint of cheating and no hint of dishonesty,
Yeah.
I'd be like, is this?
That's a really good point because I haven't even jumped to paternity test yet because like
Yeah.
it looks like him and he did admit to cheating. So there's a chance the baby's not his, but he also still then admitted to cheating.
Yeah. This feels like his,
Yeah,
but I'm thinking like your
What's
knee-jerk
your step?
reaction when you see something like this.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, if I got a hey girl, but it's so hard. If I got a hey girly DM right now about Justin, I wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I
No.
would not be able to believe it because he's just so. There's no freaking way. And I know guys can always find the time, but it's like
No,
there's
no.
no way.
That's what I'm saying is like I wish I knew more about OP's relationship because
Yeah.
then I'd be like, okay, something's up here or
Yeah.
something. But you never know.
No, but I would want a paternity test, but in the same breath, like he's still admitting to cheating. But if
He's
he
a
was
cheater,
like,
right?
yeah.
No matter what.
But I wonder if he's just admitting to it without like, I wonder if he was like blacked out and he's like, I guess it looks like me, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But there's text between them.
oh, I forgot.
I can't
What
even.
am I saying?
I can't even devil's advocate my way out of this.
I'm literally trying to give him every fucking way out. That's crazy. I'm even doing that.
Well, I'm sitting here in the same boat as you.
That's actually kind of crazy.
We're sitting here plugging holes with all our fingers. It's ship's going down.
Pack your bags.
We'll kick him out.
Yeah, no, you're.
I think that's your house. That's all she wrote, though. No update yet. OP, if you're out there, let us know how the divorce proceedings go.
Literally. I'll prank call him at all hours of the night if you need.
Sign him up for like Scientology
Crazy
emails.
stuff. Yes. Yeah. And just like messed up stuff.
Apparently, if you give them money, they'll really hound you. Or hound whoever you want them to. Allegedly. Allegedly.
Or I
this
just
is
know,
not
like,
advice.
50 comedians that'll nonstop invite him to shows.
Ooh.
And that feels like Scientology too.
There's multiple cults around
Like,
LA.
yeah, like you could throw a coin and land on a cult. Wow.
You really could. That's all I got for you today, though.
That's all you have.
Well, I mean, I
I'm
have.
going home severely
Watch your
fucked up.
step.
Like, I can't believe all of this. I had no idea about the incest stuff on Reddit.
You guys.
I know.
And the fact you're like, I want a whole episode. People would think I have a problem.
No, we cannot. We cannot.
People were accusing me of a poop fetish for a while because I just enjoy like a poop story. You know, like have some nuance.
A woman
people.
can't read. She can't read aloud.
A woman can't have a hobby that turns into a career.
She can't. She has to have a poop fetish. But she's just reading aloud and bringing people together in a community. Anyway,
Thank you. Thank you,
thank you for
Angela.
having me. I love this place.
Welcome back anytime.
Love it.
Put you on payroll.
Hell yeah.
Where can people find you? How can they watch all of your stuff, everything you're on? You're doing like commercials, you're doing like modeling,
Oh
you
my
are
God,
just like,
no, that was just one thing. I think it looked cooler than
you
it
do
was.
voice acting.
Barely.
Okay.
You're so sweet. But you can find me at Angela Giovanna Geritana is my Instagram handle. Yeah.
Literally your name.
Walić to.
And I have an
Koniec tej historii.
Alright everyone, we've had a deluge of stuff from Midnight's first wave of press, and here's the strange part. Blizzard's own sources have actually been wrong about the contents of their own expansion. We've seen awfully written blog posts, a completely fractured media presence, and the likes of dev panels not be streamed and then be uploaded with absolutely awful audio. You know, it's almost as if their internal social media, marketing, and publishing
Czemu to tak wolno leci?
teams were completely gutted. So yes, it's been an embarrassment, but the info is out there. We've been able to validate everything we can. So today, I'll fix the problem for you. Here is everything that's
Watch
coming
your
in
step.
Midnight. Okay,
Watch
we've got a
your
new
step.
feature coming called Prey, and it matters because WoW's open world gameplay hasn't foundationally changed since Legion, which was 9 years ago. That's when we got world quests, but now they're kind of stale. So Blizzard are adding in a new challenge called Prey, and Prey is a PvE gameplay system. Basically, it's a sort of hunter be hunted thing while you are questing or flying around. And what you do is you
Watch
either
your
pick
step.
normal, hard, or nightmare mode based on your skill difficulty, and apparently it's similar to delve bosses like Kaivesa, but they're just out in the open world. Now, if that doesn't seem good to you, that's okay. It is an opt-in thing, so if you just want to chill, you can totally do that. But if you're bored and you want some excitement that isn't instanced, then, well, you can become either predator or prey. And overall, the impression I've got from this is that it's another layer of stuff on top of the regular open world experience, just that it's one that does appear to allow for a good amount of challenge. Now, it will have cosmetic rewards, it'll have things like mounts, housing items, and I have to imagine gear and that sort of thing, but obviously there isn't confirmation in systems like that yet. There's huge news for returning players as well. Kind of incredible, actually. In Midnight, they're actually revamping the entire new and returning player experience. What that means is that Exile's Reach is getting revamped, and it will then directly lead into Dragonflight and the War Within. But what they're doing is essentially a streamlining of the story, and that streamlining of the story is going to include raids in their new single-player story mode. So basically, there'll be no more skipping stuff. You'll be able to essentially experience the story from Dragonflight through to now, which just sort of makes sense because Dragonflight is where the World Soul Saga plot threads really did start to begin. Now, if you're returning more recently, you'll get a guided tour from either Thrall or
mówcie, że
Jaina
muszę
around the
przejść tą
Arathi
samą
Highlands,
drogę.
and they'll make sure you know about all the new gameplay and systems. So there you go, a personal welcome back from Mattson or Laura Bailey. Now, luckily, the new lore walking system is getting additions as well. And if you're not familiar with that, lore walking is a curated, narrated version of old quests that does actually have some sort of custom bits of new content as well. It actually went down really well when it was put into the game 1 or 2 patches ago. Basically, you're walk through lore, it's old stories with new context, but importantly, they're always relevant to the modern story. So what Blizzard are doing is they're adding more lore walking campaigns. I'd expect to see new details on like everything elf related and everything light related, which, come to think of it, is quite a lot. You may have seen headlines that transmogrification is free. That is actually not true, but it is going to be cheaper and the system is being revamped. And this is the most important thing, right? In Midnight, transmog is going to be slot based, not item based. So you would pay to stick a new hat mog on your head slot, not on the helmet that is currently in your head gear slot. That sounds a little bit complicated, but it basically is way more easy. If you transmog your head, but then you change your actual headgear, well, that'll be fine, because you'll just apply that slot's appearance to your new bit of gear for completely free. So that essentially means no more spending the transmog tax every time you get a new item. Though there are a few edge cases we're not super sure about, like if you have a two-hander transmog and you swap to a sword and a shield, but I trust they'll make things like that work. But that's actually not all. We're getting a new feature, which is contextual swapping. We don't have the specifics yet, but the idea basically is you would walk into your house, and then suddenly your character would automatically change its transmog into one of your choosing. So basically a system that allows you to change your transmog automatically based on where you are or what you're doing. As an example, if you accept summon to a raid, then yeah, you could load up your edgiest, glowiest set to look like the most hardcore raider you could be. But for a lot of people, say our peers, I think the notion of just being able to put on a nice regular set whenever they walk into town automatically, I think that'll be a big win for them. This next one's fairly minor, but it will be core to how the game feels. Vigor, as a part of the skywriting system, is going away. So, skywriting, which is the newer, faster, more dynamic flight system, is changing to, instead of using the Vigor balls that we currently have in our UI, to use shared charges for abilities instead. And ultimately, this is streamlined, and it will probably be faster for most people, and it'll also clean up your screen as well, because the Vigor bar is aggressively huge. Next, there's huge news for add-ons. So if you're coming back to Midnight, there are certain combat add-ons you won't need if this plan works. They've already started replacing things, of course, but now they're going one step further. Blizzard almost hid this news buried under the gameplay features heading, but basically, nameplate changes are coming, and an Xbox Wire post, yeah, I know, sums this up as more clarity, more customization, less clutter. So basically, way better default nameplates and more customization for them. But it's not only that, the advanced cooldown manager is also getting updates as well, and if you're not familiar with that feature, it's basically their take on, and in a way, attack of weak auras. So with this being announced, it's fairly clear their next target is Plaguer. Let's talk about housing then. Some good news. You're going to have your WoW houses before Christmas. That's because Ian hard confirmed that housing comes in patch 11.2.7, which will be, quote, later this year. And based on the current schedules, we believe they're targeting December, though you will need to actually own Midnight to play it. And we also got another nice hard confirm of a feature, and that is imports. Basically, if you like someone's house, you can just ask them for their import code, and then, well, you can import their house. Pretty cool, and it should allow for a lot of community sharing, as an example of things like templates for houses or kitted out areas. Okay, let's move into some content then. Well, we finally know what's going on with the Haranir. They're going to be our allied race this expansion. Basically, they're the ancient, druidic, troll-like people from deep underneath Azeroth, like, say, Orwena from the War Within cinematic. And we actually found files in the data mining last year to indicate this. It seems like they were maybe planned to be in our hands earlier, but hey, now we're finally getting them. And that's complete with brand new druid forms for the first time since Battle for Azeroth. And thankfully, they can be either faction just like with the Earthen, and you'll be able to be every class except for Paladin, Demon Hunter, and Evoker. They're apparently bioluminescent, and from what we've seen in people's pictures of slides from Gamescom, well, the customization options do actually appear to be quite diversified, so you can really make these guys look pretty damn different. Classes then. We're not getting a new class, but we are getting a new spec. Demon Hunter is getting Devourer, which is a mid-range caster with some insanely cool sounding cosmic and void abilities. There's things like Collapsing Star, which just sounds cool. But here's the big thing. It's probably actually a melee DPS that can stay in mid-range. That's at least our take from looking through all the abilities. They revealed that it does have melee abilities, like Void Blade and Hungering Slash. They basically dive in close, do cool Void stuff, and then jump back out. And if you're an FF14 player, you may recognize this as being inspired by both Red Mage and Reaper. And at least from my jaunt into FF14, man, Red Mage is awesome. We get that gameplay feel here. I'm very happy. I think it's a really cool fantasy for a mobile caster. And if you loved Shadow Priest back during the Legion expansion, then maybe you'd want to check this out. Now, the main gameplay loop revolves around harvesting souls to extend your Void metamorphosis as long as you can. Now, that being said, it's one new spec. I can understand people being a bit disappointed in that. I would say hold your breath just for now. At a panel this weekend, Ian and Paul Cubitt are going to talk about the other new talents that are coming to the game, so there could be some cool new bells and whistles for your class. All that we know thus far is we're getting 10 new talent points to play with, and also we're getting Apex talents, which sounds cool. We don't really know what they are yet. So that's a lot of stuff. What about the actual content? Well, here's what it is. 4 major story zones. First, the Eversong Woods, which are revamped, healed from the Scourge, and now also include the Ghostland. So it's all that as one big zone. Second, Zoloman. That's the Forest Troll Empire, but massively expanded. Man, it looks gorgeous. Third, Harrondar. This is a zone that is seemingly deep under Quel'Thalas, where the Unknown World Tree's roots meet. That's, of course, where we're going to meet the Haranir. And then finally, there's Voidstorm, which is a distant void world where Xal'atath has her base of operations. I honestly wonder if that's maybe the place that she actually used to call home. We don't know how we get there, but if I was to speculate, there is a big hole in the sky. Maybe we fly up it. Story-wise, this one is going to be different from the last few expansions, though. We start off in Eversong, fighting off Xal'atath's attack from the cinematic. Once we sort that out, we get a choice. There are 3 middle chapters to choose from. One takes us down to Harrondar to discover Azeroth's hidden history and to befriend the Haranir. Another is to go to Zoloman to awaken dormant troll gods and recruit them to our cause. So cool. The third is not a new zone. It's actually quite cool. We investigate the light. Basically, it's Arator, which is Alleria and Turalian's son, taking us on a quest, a pilgrimage across Lordaeron's holy places. Stuff like Light's Hope Chapel. Essentially, it's a campaign chapter that's not limited to only being in a new zone, which honestly I think is a no-brainer for just trying to tell a good story that takes all the cool stuff from Warcraft into account. So I like that. Once we do the 3 of those, we wrap it up in Voidstorm, and it's quite cool. Basically, the Army of the Light are going to be at our back, and we lay siege to Xal'atath's fortress once and for all. And I'm sure everything will go accordingly to plan. Let's talk about the main city. The main city this time is Silvermoon, but there's actually a twist. It is not a neutral city. It's the base for both factions, but the Alliance only gets a relatively small staging area. And as an Alliance main, I'm actually really happy to see that.
Zabijmy tego w story mode. O nie, muszę zmienić talenty. niech tank prowadzi, halo. Aha. Czemu oni się wszyscy leczą?
Valeria is fighting back the Shadow Guard. We're barely holding the Mana Forge together. How will we stop him?
We won't. Not alone. Your champions will hold off Dimensius until we can join the battle.
No to let's go.
Hide.
Stack.
No nie.
Hide.
Hide.
Knocking back.
Spread.
Trzeba bić ady.
Spread. AOE incoming.
Soak.
Help soak.
Spread.
Spread.
Knocking back. Spread. AOE incoming.
Soak.
Help soak.
Hide.
Stack.
No ale tak bardzo nas nie przyciąga na tym poziomie.
Hide. Spread.
Knocking back.
Knock.
Phase change. I've got you. We're in Dimensius' domain now. So stay close and listen to me. Phase 2. We're not mere mortals. Show them our strength. Frontal. AOE incoming.
No chuj.
Hide.
Hide.
Frontal. AOE incoming. You've done well so far. Surprising, but we're not done yet. try to stay alive. Hmm?
Phase 2.
Co ty robisz, mruczki?
Watch your step.
Co?
AOE incoming.
Znowu zmieniłeś miejscówkę, co?
Watch your step. AOE incoming.
We must strike! Now!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Phase 3.
Think the lights are alive.
The mana forge is stable. What of Dimensius?
In hand, but not for long. We must keep him from regaining power.
Watch your step. Watch your step. Hide.
yeah.
Find shelter. Find shelter. Hide. Run out. Watch your step. Watch your step. Run. Hide.
Can it truly be at long last the all-devouring is vanquished? My world, my people, we are finally avenged.
Do not savor this victory for too long. With Dimensius' defeat, the Dark Heart is on the verge of collapse. I'll hold open the way so you can make your escape. But to do so, I must remain on this side of the portal. We stopped Dimensius, but now his power is Xanath's.
Locust Walker should have listened to me. But what would it have mattered? Demencius had to be stopped. But in the end, the one who profited most was Zapraszam. And now we must stop her. More powerful, and without my mentor or ally. Need time. We will discuss this outcome later.
Tablet of the Trust.
The Shadow God have reinforced their position.
Ci dalej grają w LoL'a, boż. Kurde, wygląd broni bym chciał. No tak, co nie da się.
I think this is the right way to do things. It makes sense for us to be there in the story. I think the Horde have got a real raw deal, and for them, you know, to get Silvermoon revamped, big new city in all of its glory, I think that's fantastic. For an Alliance player's experience, being in a little enclave staging area, I actually think is pretty cool. So I'm down with this. And certainly from what we've seen, the art team are, as usual.
No właśnie. Gaming.
There you are. Good. There are many tasks that have been waiting on your arrival. Please see to their completion.
No nigdy nie wiadomo. Co to jest Heroes of Loot? Też wygląda ciekawie. Teraz zdają to za darmo, ja nie mogę. No, mam wszystko co chciałem z tego. Z gitara, o Jezu, mam 0 widzów kompletnie. No nic, dzisiaj po prostu nic się nie dzieje za bardzo.
Put your hopes in the trust. It can't be. It's that. With funding comes salvation. My fortune, that song. What is more valuable than home? Stop Sword Tribe from destroying.
A ponieważ nikt nie ogląda, to ja zatrzymam po prostu streama. I tak do 15 mam czas. No, także papa.